So I'm fortunate enough to say that I graduated from the prestigious London College of Fashion. It's arguably one of the best fashion universities in the world. I would say it's probably better than Central St. Martin's because it is fashion specific. In this video, I'm going to kind of explain to you my time at London College of Fashion and how I felt it had an impact on my career. I got into fashion later than I should have. You know, mum was a dressmaker. I remember asking her to show me what she was doing because I was bored. And then I just fell in love from that very moment. I'm a very black and white, intense guy. So I either really like something or not. And I put my application through with LCF, but then my A-level teacher at the time forced me to do a foundation degree at Camberwell, which I the whole year I just hated. I felt it was a waste of my time. I just wanted to do anything fashion related. And then I remember the interview process for St. Martin's and London College of Fashion Week, vastly different. I'm not sure how they do it now, but at that time with St. Martin's, you go there with your portfolio, you leave it in a room, the invigilators come through and check it, you come back, there's no face-to-face interaction, then they put on this board whether or not you've got a place for your next interview or you've got a place in the uni. And that was it. They solely judge you on the merit of the work that they see. Whereas London College of Fashion had a face-to-face interview with a very nice lady who was actually my first course rep or course leader, I should say, when I started my degree. And I think in hindsight, I'd laid all my eggs in one basket in my LCF basket. So had I not got my place at LCF, I wouldn't have felt validated enough to stay within the fashion industry. And I'm not sure where that came from, but I needed to go to either LCF or CSM, because for me, all the other universities didn't have that credibility of fashion school. So I remember getting my acceptance letter and I was over the moon. I started my degree really eager, but then I very quickly realized that the degree wasn't gonna be the be all and end all for my career. And I was doubting whether or not it was the right thing for me to have even done. But you know, I stuck it out. I think for me, I felt that I wasn't getting value for money. And I was one of those cocky kind of undergraduates that I went into my degree knowing a hell of a lot already. And then as time was going by, I was kind of waiting for the lecturer to kind of give me more. What they were saying was very on the surface. And I really wanted to soak up as much information. And I thought as well, I'm paying for this. So, you know, give me value for money, give me what I'm paying for. And it just wasn't happening. And I think at a certain point I started to rebel and not care. And then I remember in year 2 being on the phone to mum, crying and kind of telling her that I just want to just quit. I'd had a really harsh critique for one of my lecturers, but then also I thought I'm wasting my time here. Now I knew I couldn't quit the degree, because to go on to my African parents and said that I'm quitting a degree that they didn't really want me to do in the first place. That wouldn't have gone down well. But also, I'm not a quitter. I thought, let me just ride this thing out. I'm going to do it reluctantly, but I'm going to ride it out and just finish what I started. And when that last day of uni, I just felt a sense of relief. I just felt, thank God I'm done with this, because it became so laborious. And I felt that the degree was holding me back from my destiny of what I should be doing, because I'd already been out there shopping my clothes to boutiques, and I'd already started building up a client base. So in my mind, I was thinking, what do I need the degree for? And even with graduation, there wasn't a sense of celebration on that day. I kind of felt it was an inconvenience because obviously you take the day off, you go to, I think it was Barbican, that we had our graduation ceremony, and I didn't share the level of excitement that my mum, dad, and my sister had for me. And I think in my mind, I kind of felt I did this for you, not for me. Because if it was up to me, I'd have been out of here ages ago. So I remember meeting my sister-in-law maybe a year or two after I graduated. By that time, we had our own business set up in Tooting, and then we were already supplying to Topshop and ASOS. And I told her not to do a fashion degree. I said to her, do something else that's a bit more academic, but still pursue your career goals in fashion. And my advice was kind of coming from a place of hurt, because I feel that I didn't get what I wanted to from my fashion degree. I wasn't going to be the one that was going to promote that to other people and have them go through the same pain that I felt I did. I just wasn't going to be the flag bearer for the fashion degree. And I think to a certain extent, I tell people now to, if you're going to do a fashion degree, make sure you do your research first to make sure it's right, the content is right for you. But also, if you can, do your short course. Do a short course that's 3, maybe 6 months, and then focus on getting a role within a company, because fashion is one of those businesses, whether you've got a distinction at degree or merit, it bears no relevance to how you perform in the industry. I was sewing every day for 3-4 years straight, and that was whilst doing my degree. And I feel I had it harder than a lot of my other friends that were studying with me, because I'd moved out of mum and dad's house. So I had to earn a living aside from studying. I mean, one thing I will say though, credit where credit is due. When I did graduate, for the first couple of years after graduation, I kept on going back to Curtain Road and using their machines for jobs that I was doing, because I didn't have the setup that I do now. So having access to those machines really allowed me to grow my clientele and my business as a whole. So I'm hugely thankful to London College of Fashion for that. But just a word to the wise guys, those of you thinking of doing a degree, research what it is you're getting into, make sure it's right for you. And the last thing I want you to do is regret any decisions that you make, because I want you to make sure you enjoy the journey of being in the fashion business and in the fashion school.